actually don't know how to pronounce his name. It's like Mendelssohn or Mendelssohn or something. In English, we always say Mendelssohn. Maybe it is Mendelssohn. I don't know. I'm just assuming. It's got a fancy title. It's got a fancy twang to it that's not the American accent. Also, Hypnotic, how are you doing? Good to see you. How are things been? Future's here and he's still alive and he's talking about his PS5. You failed. Remember that at the end of The Bourne Identity? You failed, soldier! And Matt Damon's like, what? Like, I didn't think he was acting then. I think the other dude was acting, and Matt Damon was just like, what? What are you talking about? Like, he just didn't know what to say. Like, as an actor, Matt Damon just, like, lost it. Which is unfortunate, but it's better than nothing, you know? Also, I imagine if I ran ENTXT cam, I'd probably break something off. So we're gonna leave that alone. Alright, so we got ominous music, sliding doors, glowy things. I think everything is set for some good stuff to start happening. Good stuff as in, like, good for the game, not good for the, not good for me as a person. Yeah, especially with this. Whoa! He looks way different in this version of the game. I don't even remember him being in this version of the game, except for that penis arm. I don't like that. They don't look as big and menacing. Like, they still look dangerous. It definitely looks dangerous. No penis. But they don't look... Y'all remember in the first game, they looked like hulked out. They were huge. They had huge shoulders. They had a head that, like, overran stuff. They were giant. Now, this dude just looks kind of like... He looks too human. I don't like this redesign. Surely this is not what the original game looked like. I'm pretty sure it looked different. Like, I'm fairly certain. Oh look, we got gas and fire. I got my choices? What? Which one do y'all want to hit them with? The gas, the fire, or the electric? I just realized these are all, like, utilities you pay for in your home. Yeah, but what did Connie have to do with the song, though? I need 20 points, sub-points to get a Dom point. Oh, I just got that joke. Because I read it as just points, I didn't really get the rest of it. Hit him with all of them? I don't know if we're gonna have a chance to hit all of them. You get some sleep, Phobos. You have to work in the morning like an adult. I can game for a little bit longer, just not all night. Let's hit him with the fire. Woo! And the electric. No electric. The fire killed him off real quick. This wasn't in the original game, was it? I'm fairly certain that it was not. Also, I bet he's gonna get up and fight me after all of this is done. I told you, guess who composed the song. I thought it was a funny result. Oh! Sorry. I wasn't thinking about guess as guess. I was thinking about, like, everyone knows who this composer is. I just doubt any of us know how to pronounce his name correctly since we're from all different parts of the world. I'm not gonna repeat what you said, Aesthetics, for the sake of the YouTube recording. But I will say, I had that on my mind, and I knew you were gonna bring it up. And I wasn't gonna say anything else after that. But I knew you were gonna bring it up somehow. Oh look, they even have this little diagram on him and stuff. That's cool. And he is big and muscly, he's just not as, he's not as broad as I remember him in the original game. If I recall in the original game, you couldn't do anything about gassing him or anything. You just kind of walk by and he broke out of the glass and you start fighting. Also, I don't think he was under analysis. I think it was assumed that he just, like, somehow made it into that vat like the other ones. I could be completely wrong though, and maybe there was a way to gas, electrify, or burn him, like immolate him to death. And I just didn't see it in the original game. Maybe it wasn't as strong. Or this can be completely new, who knows? That would be one thing though I count against this version. I would have liked him to have been a little bit more hulking, that enemy type. I do remember this, though. I remember coming into a room and thinking, like, whoa, this just reminds me of Stanley Parable. Because there's not much going on in here. It is a cool remaster feature. I don't mind that. The feature part of it. Just the look of that dude is imposing, but it's not as imposing as I remember those guys being, and as, like, hard sci-fi As I remember those guys, man. Hard sci-fi? No, like super fantastical alien destroyer sci-fi type stuff. That thing looked like something I could dream up. Which is not necessarily a bad thing, it's just, I remember the other one looking way more, whoa. Yeah! You want some too? Woo! Yeah, why is the achievement for hitting those guys in midair with a shotgun? I should be doing it with a crowbar. That's where the real effort is at. And I can definitely hear Headcrab Zombie somewhere. I don't know where it's at. But this looks like, yeah, this is the area where they were experimenting on these before they came through the portal. So either they were coming through some of the controlled portals. These were either coming through the controlled portals. Oh, hey, G-Man! I see you, and he sees me. These were either coming through the controlled portals, or they're the ones people were bringing back with them from Zen. Danger. Push to fire. Fire! Wait, what are we firing? Oh! Woo! I feel like that one went better if I had a test subject, huh? Hopefully we're able to fire this multiple times. Emergency Tesla discharge. Oh, I see. So this was a security feature. They're working on experimenting on foreign fauna. Fauna or flora? Flora or plants, fauna or animals. Yeah. So they're experimenting on dangerous fauna from another planet or dimension. Wait, who else? We know. So if they're working on the specimens and something goes wrong, they can keep the specimens from killing them by using the emergency Tesla thing. Which this was in the original game, I think, right? Or am I also mistaken about that? I remember doing this, but I might have remembered it from the other one. Like, from playing Black Mesa the first time. And they used the effect of Half-Life 2, like dudes getting hit with the like super electrostatic discharge ball or whatever that thing was. It's a secondary fire for the kind of assault rifle, combine Overwatch rifle or whatever. So, kind of cool. I remember doing that before. I don't remember if it was in the original game or this game, but I will say if it was in the original, that's probably why they added that other feature of you killing that guy in the tank. But they have to have a point where you still have to fight one. They can't just introduce you to that and not let you fight them. But somehow, the one that was alive got completely, like, destroyed by that event. But the samples of the one they cut up is completely fine. Curious. Oh, hey. This hallway is... It looks like the hazard course. But I think that's just a repeated hallway from the game files, probably. Alright, so we did hear a headcrab zombie, but it's a security one, and he's stuck back there. We are heading back towards the main side of the lab, maybe? I only remember some moments from the game, it's been a while. Yeah, same here. I've played all of Half-Life. We recently redid all the Half-Life games, but we didn't do the original. Or did we? No, I think we skipped the original, because I played the original a lot. We did Blue Force, or sorry, Blue Shift and Opposing Force, and then 2, and then we did all the episodes of 2 that I've never played. No, we did do the original during that, and yet for some reason, even though it was only 2016 when I played Black Mesa, I cannot remember. Am I gonna play Outlast in VR? I've never even played the original Outlast feature. You know me, I'm too scared for that stuff. Also, someone was smart and came through here and shot up all the stalls just to make sure he hit what he was trying to go for. This poor dude died while he was trying to take a leak. Are you gonna do it, feature? Or do you want me to do it for you? But yeah, same thing, it's like, I cannot remember which parts I'm remembering from the original game, and which parts I'm remembering from Black Mesa when I played in 2016. Oh, this is one of these bathroom designs where you come in, you use a bathroom, you get changed, you go to work through here. Okay, I get it. So there's no reason to go through the female bathroom. Because you would come through, you do your thing, get changed, you go to work. All good. And a little cafeteria area outside of the workspace. Heckish. Now I know we dealing with some like some British people. don't know US people say peckish. We are streaming in 21.9. Or we're playing in 21.9 aesthetics. That's why we're widescreen up above here. And then I have it shrunk back down to 1080. So that everyone can see everything on screen. So you get the widescreen advantage. And you get to have, you know, you don't have to change anything. Nothing is weird on your monitor. You get to see a little bit more and you don't lose anything. Whereas if someone were to try and stream in 21.9, it messes with the website like really, really badly. And people's like, if people are running any extensions for scaling, it completely screws those up as well. So I figured this would be the best way. Kind of cool cinematic look. I'm glad you like it. The only thing I'm waiting on is an overlay that'll make it look a bit better. And then we can have one like this where it's just black bars when I don't want to do a camera that day. And then we can have one where... No, we wouldn't... Yeah, we would have to do the black bars because it'd be in 1080. And then we'd have one where it's all souped up. Kind of like what we're looking now, but with no empty black space around us. Now, if the artist that's working on that happens to be lurking, he will know that I am waiting. And I will pay for it with money. I just need him to hurry up and do the damn deal. Alright, we drank all the soda. TV's out. What do I have a feeling I've been through here before, but I think this... Bosh. I think this just happens to look like another room we went through. Like earlier on. I don't think I've been through here. Hello. Now, what are the chances that you're actually gonna make it? Whoa. These guys were executed, like, summarily, and they left their pizza behind! Oh no! I have done many cameraless streams, and you people are always like, oh, where's your camera? And then I come do, like, camera streams, and you're like, ugh, I missed it when there was no camera. I'm like, look, what the fuck is it?
Hey.
Hey!
Hey, buddy.
Buddy.
It ain't no good up there. It's all sealed off.
Damn.
The only way out would be to find someone with scanner access who can open the front door.
Alright.
I'm pretty sure there's a few scientists hiding out somewhere in the labs. Maybe with the both of us looking, we can track them down and get them to let us out of here.
And you didn't try that before I showed up, you coward? Whatever, you got any food back here? Wait a minute! I come back here, and there's a bunch of dead scientists, and this guy's just chilling. How do I know that he didn't kill these guys? Or women as well. Could have killed these guys and gals. It's Waylon. Who was Waylon? The guard? Also, wait a minute. Did they have monitors like this in 1999? I mean, somebody might have had them, but surely they weren't widely available yet, right? This isn't exactly flat, but it is flat enough for me to think, yeah, that's a modern-ass monitor. I don't know about that one. Oh, no. Aesthetics, I'm guessing when you guys do like more professional gaming, you don't do any of it in 21.9 because that would be a waste. You guys probably just focus on having a decently sized monitor, good distance away, and then like refresh rate out the wazoo, yeah? The only benefit of the camera is we got to see Iggy, and I haven't seen him since the move, thus the camera is redundant. Redundant isn't the word you want. Redundant would be like it's doing multiple things and it only needs to do one of them. You just mean useless. you can say it the nice way, just say useless. I thought that said HP at first. I was like, oh snap, they actually got HP monitors, but it is the HP style. It just says BO. Or, if you look at it the other way, it says OQ. As in OQ. Let's get this money. OQ. Also, Iggy doesn't like coming downstairs. He's started to come down a little bit more. He'll hang out on my bed and stuff, which is on the other side, but he doesn't really like hanging around the basement. I think because it's colder down here, and I think because he's used to carpet. Like, most of his life, he's always had carpet, and the tile floor down here is probably really cold on his pulse. Whereas he prefers... Like, normally when he does come out in here, he immediately goes to his bed, or one of his beds, because he has so many, my bed. Or the couch. He doesn't just chill. Besides, he has other people in the house to chill with, so he's always like, yo, why chill with Q when he can, like, chill in between 2 or 3 other people?
Hey, what's that sign say?
No one will know what that sign says. Also, you should totally hide. Dude, come here.
My bad, Freeman.
No, 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 don't go out and fight. You're not gonna make it.
Parts. Suck it.
Yo, yo, you stay here. I mean, you also live in Florida, where it's hot all the time.
I'm still here,
So I imagine having cold tile feels amazing. Whereas up here, for us, we're trying to stay cool. Or we're trying to stay, yeah. We're trying to stay warm, because it's always cool. So I don't know. Hey, playing competitively is way more professional than most people's gaming, and you know it. I just mean, like, in the competitive scene. That's all I meant. Also, finally got a shotgun back, so we gat it up. Gat it up. Also, old school Model M-ish. Is this a Model M keyboard or not? I need like a nerd to tell me some shit. I need that geek knowledge real quick. The layout looks right. I just don't know if there's something special about like either the indicators or the switches, which we won't be able to tell the switches on here. That would tell us whether this is Model M or not. I do like this little detail, American flag, where now there's a Windows key, but this used to be a different key, and I cannot for the life of me remember what this key was in the 90s. It's been so long. This was always like a blue function key, wasn't it? IBM Model 2, M2? Okay. This used to be the blue function key, right? Because nowadays... Yeah, nowadays you don't even get a function key unless it's an IBM keyboard. Most people stopped using that standard, didn't they? The keyboard is still popular? Yeah, there's like knockoffs in China and India where people will follow a company that makes a knockoff one of these, and then that keyboard will, or they'll stop using the good switches that made the keyboard good, and then people will move on to another one. I'm just like, why do people love these keyboards? I get it. I'm just like, I'm about a different style of keyboard. Then again, if I were to look at my layout and I look at the Model M's layout, I'm like, yeah, the key layout is the same. It's just I got my features. I like my smooth volume control. I love my media keys, and I like having my macro keys built in so I don't have to hold like a separate macro board, which I have done before, but I'm not fond of it. Something about being in this area reminds me of being in a big fight, and it reminds me of running into a glitch or two. Thing is, I just don't want this guard to die, but I am glad to have his gun around here. When you're one of the cool kids that sells a function key, you have a function key on your IBM keyboard that you use on your Mac? Wait, if not, do you use a Mac or do you use a MacBook? I've never made the distinguishment with you, and I feel like we need to address it. Alright, here's what we're gonna do, dude. You're gonna hold down the fort, like right here in the hallway. You're gonna make sure no one sneaks up on me.
This is my little corner, and I'm sticking to it.
That's right, and you're not gonna go out and get shot. I'm gonna go out and shoot some people. You stay here where it's safe. Oh my gosh. Long ass dark ass hallway. That's the place I want to be in. Yeah, there's not a lot of scientists left alive. It's gonna be hard to find one. You use a full-size Mac. Which one do you use? And you use an IBM keyboard with it? What? Or are you counting your command key as a function key? Also, weapons. Hell. I think we stopped at the security station, yeah? It seems like the Marines going through here would have jacked up the weapon place, or at least like dropped all the magazines out of the weapons, right? Because you know you're clearing through an area, you kind of don't want people to sneak up on you and find a gun that they can use while you're not looking at them. Oh, it is a MacBook. I knew it. That's why I said it. So what year do you use, and is it a Pro or is it... Oh, I was about to unload on this guy. Is it a Pro or an Air or what? Because I've just been doing more research on them and I've come to appreciate them. I've decided that I don't mind Mac and Apple hardware. What I mind is Apple's policies and Apple's prices. But when it comes to the hardware itself, it's not bad. The way the operating system works and the languages everything runs in, that's where I get a little pissy. You're running Windows on your 2010 MacBook Pro? Really? Early 2000. Both of you are running 2010 models though. And see, that's when they were less restrictive and there was still a lot you could do on them without getting messed up. The one I was working on that you saw me tweet about, and I continue to work on, it's been helping us rip a bunch of CDs. So we have 1, 2, 3. Oh! We have about 5 DVD and CD ripping stations running in the house right now. Something else blew up over there, so I'm going to turn this on again and see if it'll kill whatever did that. And that MacBook has been great, right? But I remember distinctly trying to use some 2015 model and up Macs and MacBooks, and they're just annoying. Even to get inside them, you have to have like special Torx bits and stuff. It's ugh. Ugh. Okay, I think we killed whatever came through here. There's just a bunch of Vortigons though, and yet somehow the human bodies are still here. But if there were any live scientists here, I definitely killed them too. So not sure if I was supposed to do that. I do like that we have x-rays of Vortigons as well as hand drawings of what Vortigons do. That says... Does that say toothies? Toogies? What does that say? What? I got this MacBook randomly, but I have to say the keyboard is really awesome, right, and play with. You must have gotten one... Is it? I guess it's not the butterfly switch one then. It might have been pre-butterfly then. MacBooks had like really nice chiclet keys, which were later replicated to be in some of the nicer Chromebooks. And they switched to this like butterfly class thing, and nobody liked it, and then they switched out of that again. It's really nice. What was I gonna say? Talking about MacBooks, talking about keys, talking about keys, Windows 7, OS X. Keyboard. Oh, getting it randomly. The MacBook we have is marked with both local education system and local police system because it belonged to both. I got traded through the city a couple times. The funny thing to me is that when the police had it, you know, to mark it as their property and for their inventory management, they literally just put a sticker on it. But when the education system got it, they laser etched the aluminum. Like, it's permanent. And I'm like, how much did that cost the education system to do? Whereas the police are just like, oh, put a sticker on it. I'm like, how much waste was that? Because how many MacBooks did they laser etch like that? It's ridiculous. They, Hypnotic plays more on his PlayStation, if I recall correctly. That's why he doesn't need Windows. This stuff is cool. I'm not going to stop to read it, but I think this stuff is cool as an addition. Because you couldn't get fine textured drawings like this in the original game, I doubt. Is that a dopefish? From Quake, but also from Commander Keen? No, wait, not Quake. Doom. That's totally a dopefish, isn't it? It's like unknown species. What did they write on it with lasers? They wrote on it like Department of so-and-so Education. Like it's pretty huge, like that big on each MacBook. And I'm just like, wow. That's not even just like an inventory number or a barcode. It was this huge thing, Department of something something Education, permanent. And then they didn't even keep them, which is how we ended up with it, right? So I was just like, what is this amount of waste? How much did that cost the taxpayers, you know? It's also in dusk. See? I knew it. It is a dope fish. Despite the propaganda, there's quite a few devs these days that have OS X compatible games. Oh yeah, there absolutely are. It's just that definitely the wide range of everything else is not exactly the same. I think you can agree with that. But there certainly are more and more as time has gone on. There's always going to be more and more Linux games and more Apple games. It's definitely getting bigger. But it is hard to play exactly what you want and get the hardware how you like it. Oh yeah. Wait a minute. Oh, I get it. I get it now. I understand. I totally understand now. The guy that I saw before is one of these guys, but he doesn't have his weapon. One of these things. And he doesn't have his armor on, because they stripped him of this stuff so they could have him in captivity. Oh, Iceman, I get it. I feel fine about it again. I like them again. I like the design again. I was thinking of these guys being bigger and bulkier because I'm used to seeing them with all their stuff on. Oh.
I got something for you.
You got nothing. I get it. They are pretty well rendered too. I mean, it doesn't hurt that we're trying to like max it out hardware-wise on what is not a new hardware game. Man, I really hate the light though. I feel like flashlights aren't done well in a lot of games because a lot of games are focused on their ambiance. But I feel like if you made flashlights more realistic and actually like cut through darkness and have splash zones and lighting, not only would it be more realistic, it'd be more playable, and then the stuff that is really, really scary would be even more scary. Because with a flashlight, sometimes you don't see better. Sometimes you shine a light into a room and it casts a shadow over something you're trying to see, and it makes it even scarier than it would be if you didn't have the light and you're just looking with ambient light. Like, I've been there, like, a lot of times. Oh, I remember this. And there are scientists back there that we do need. Like, we need them to come through alive, so we have to actually shut this thing down. And I remember when I went through here, I didn't know how to shut it down, and I either got one of them killed. I think I got one of them killed, and I didn't know how to get them out, so I either ended up shooting the thing in order to destroy it, or I found like a switch that would do it for me. But I can't remember which it was. Hello. Yeah, that, not pleasant. I saw issue recently came out sellers eventually got to work without issue. Right, but that's what I mean. If you're only playing those games, that's fine. And there's going to be more and more of the latest compatible games on Mac and Linux. It's never going to be less. It's always going to be more on Linux and Mac. But when it comes to having like that plug and play experience, I think that's why a lot more people are on PCs when it comes to gaming, if we're talking strictly about gaming. Which is weird, because what if Halo had come out on Mac back then and not Xbox? Do you think we'd have a Apple console by now, or do you think Halo would be a dead franchise? Because I think it's one of those two extremes, to be honest. But yeah, I guess like consoles are to PC gaming as PCs are to Macs specifically. Or I guess, yeah, computers are to consoles as Macs are to computers when it comes to gaming. No, I can't even really say that because you get into PCs and you get some more specialized stuff too. I'll just stick to what I said earlier. It's the plug and play, kind of like all-in-one stuff. There's still limitations for what you can do on PC, absolutely. But with a Mac, there's a few more limitations. If those limitations matter to you or not, they don't. It's kind of like Chromebooks. On Chromebooks, there's a lot of crap you can't do. But when it comes to a lot of people that are on the internet, what are they doing? They're browsing Tumblr, they're on Pinterest, they're posting Facebook photos, they're watching YouTube and Netflix. It's nothing that you wouldn't trust a Chromebook to do, you know what I'm saying? So really, everything just depends on what you need. Also, what is this? Oh, it's the buggies! Oh, I forgot about my little buggies. Oh, they try to bite my finger just like they used to. They look so good! Dude! They look so good in this game. They look so dangerous, too. Uh-oh. Oh, it's just those splashing through water. Oh, what's that? Don't worry, Buggy. I'll protect you. Yeah, hit him with that Eisenberg shot. Heisenberg or Eisenberg? He named it after, like, the Higgs boson particle and something else, right? So I think it was Heisenberg. Apple has Apple Arcade or something? What's Apple Arcade? Future, a lot of it might have to do with their history. Back when I was very young and you would have been a kid, Apple was really pushing their gaming market. And they even did try to make a console a few times, but it just didn't work out for them. That's not to say that they couldn't have done it, but you know, it was a lot of it were business. Experiment gas feed. What is this? A lot of it were just business decisions. A lot of it was just bad management. A lot of it was getting in bed with the wrong people. There's a lot of stuff that went weird with it. Also, I threw a bug in there and it doesn't seem to be eating those head crabs, so I don't know what happened. But I'll throw that one back in there and I'll let him do some work. I think the one I threw might have fallen into the water. But that bug is doing a good job killing head crabs now, and I love him. And now that one is dead, right as he killed the last one. Sweet, and there's more of those things in there. So this is again one of those things where I don't know, and maybe it's better that I don't know because it's, you know, part of the passive storytelling experience. But it's like we obviously have an environment where these guys are from in order to cultivate these things and grow them. So one has to wonder, there's three ways this could have happened that I see. One, this could have warped in with the resonance cascade, right? And it could have took this thing with them wholesale. Two, we could have built this to replicate their environment, and we could have been like experimenting on these guys and trying to grow them in captivity for a long time. And then three, we could have brought in just some of the flora and maybe some of the microfauna that we didn't know, like just a few rocks and plants, which caused this area to grow out of all the stuff that was there. Kind of like some people will bring back a rock from the sea with them and put it in their saltwater tank to make it look better, and they don't realize they've just brought in like a crab or a shrimp or a parasite or something from the inside, which starts killing all their fish. That happens. So yeah, Apple had a lot of things that they were always trying to do with gaming, and who's to say that they couldn't do a console today? A lot of it might just be like, hey, on our corporate records, we have all these gaming things we tried, and they didn't work well, so we're not doing it again. That's what I was saying. If Halo had come out on the Mac, I wonder if Apple's gaming career would be different. Because the PC was also not great for gaming for a very long time. I mean, just look up the Bill Gates, like, Doom thing. He did that to promote the PC as a gaming machine, because people didn't think of the PC as a gaming machine at the time. People wanted to play Doom on their Macs. Or was it their iMac at the time? I honestly can't remember. No, it would have been on their Macs and their Apple IIs. Also, I had a flare here the whole time. Damn. I think it's 2. They have pictures and diagrams of vortigons and stuff, not to mention the stuff in the tubes. If everything warped in, it would be really odd for them to get all that stuff up and running so fast in a crisis situation. No, but I'm saying not like warped in. No, wait, yeah, you're right. I did say that. Resonance cascade. Yeah, that's what I was saying. It's like, it'd be hard to think that they had the diagrams and all. Plus, in this game, they did actually have the diagrams. Oh wait, you're saying 2 like my explanation. I thought you were saying 2 like the second game. I'm like, what are you talking about? I get it. I get you. You think they would have made phones if Halo was on the Mac? I think if Halo was on the Mac, either Halo wouldn't exist as a franchise anymore. It would have been there and then kind of be obscure. Kind of like Marathon. A lot of people love Marathon, but not as many people would love Marathon if Halo didn't exist to get people like, oh, what else do these guys make? Marathon? That's cool. I don't think it would have affected the phones at all. Not one bit. It's also cool to look at a bunch of like nicely rendered Glocks from the top like this. They did a really good job with those. That Picatinny around the spots, not so much. And Mac had like a few different deals with different people that they were trying to sell stuff to, and they just never really got their gaming thing off the ground, and I guess they just never tried again. PC just kind of got lucky because PC gaming was always around, but PC gaming was very, very neglected for a while. Because as you recall, you'll see a lot of the games that I play that are like pre-2010, and getting them to run is sometimes very hard. And even if we get them to run, sometimes their features are way different than other games that would have been in the same franchise. Sometimes the games that came out on PC during those days were hardly supported. Sometimes they were ports. Like, we've literally played some of these games that were ports from PlayStation and Xbox on the PC because no one bothered to do a PC version. And sometimes the PC versions are just as watered down as would be like back when people were doing like a 6-game or a 6-console release for a game. So they had, you know, Game Boy, Xbox, PlayStation, PC, and PSP. Like they had everything on there. And obviously something would get neglected. And the PC was one of those things getting neglected. It was just as low as the Game Boy in people's priority lists when developing. Because there wasn't a big market share for the PC. A lot of that has changed in the past just decade. PCs actually have their own good controls. PCs have, you know, stuff that they can do because the game was designed that way, that some people would prefer it that way. Kind of interesting. Where was the area where I went up the stairs? That's what I'm trying to find now. Now I got turned around. Samsung consoles? What? I don't know anything about that. Where are the damn stairs? Ah, here we go. Yeah, like even running a oh, whoa, what's going on? Even playing a game online on the PC. Online play has always been a thing, but it has not always been easy. That's why like Xbox Live, and even to an extent some of the PlayStation 2 styles of playing and connection, people loved it because it made something that used to be very, very hard to implement very easy. It demystified online gaming. I think that happened with the Xbox way more than any other console. The PlayStation always had it, it just wasn't as easy to implement. And then of course by the time the 360 and the PS3 got here, everyone was playing online, but not everyone was doing it for like an extra cost or something. So 360... PlayStation you always had to... No wait, PlayStation was always free, Xbox you had to pay. But you got a better quality, and then PlayStation upgraded, but you had to pay there too. And then PCs, you've always been able to play your games online with no subscription, unless it was like an MMO or something. Also, I forgot we had a laser. Oh right, we had to do the laser redirection puzzle where we follow this around all the places. You know, we never found those scientists we were supposed to find. Oh!
Prototype.
Why aren't we using this thing?
It's much too unpredictable. Don't let it overcharge.
What do you mean overcharged?
Woo! That's what he means, overcharge. Now I remember this. I remember that being the intro for this weapon, and then you can see this guy's smoking boots where he got vaporized. And then you know not to let it overcharge because you just witness what happens when someone does. Oh, hold up. The sound effect they just made, where he turned it on and he got the chew. That reminds me of another game, but I cannot for the life of me remember what it was. I think that's the sound of the Doom door. Yeah, the Doom sound effects. That's exactly what that was, right? I'm so sure that's what that was. No, Future. You just had to pay for your internet. There are very few games that you have to pay for to play online on your PC. You didn't know that, Future? Now it's time to build your PC. Future, how much money you want to spend on this thing? DM me a money amount. DM me what kind of like games you want to play and what quality you want to play them at. And we will put together this PC for you. You need to step into the world now. Samsung is one of those legacy companies that had a lot of like outside investment pre-Korean War, and then they were able to take that money and reinvent themselves post-war. I didn't know you didn't know that, Future. You think we were spending extra money to play online? Also, that guy definitely launched a missile at me in close range. That's the new CQB tactic, straight up. Also, for being professionals who are trying to go up against Freeman, these guys are pretty dumb. However, I get it. They're desperate, and they want to kill me, so they're going to throw grenades, they're going to shoot in weird places. This guy is melting, and he's on the other side of this thing. I feel bad for him. I think that guy's grenade killed my bug. Seems like it. Alright, these guys are dead, but my bug is also dead. Can't forgive you for that one, dude. I don't think there's gonna be things you can't play on the PS5. And your PS5 is gonna be pretty powerful, too. But again, you DM me future, so I can take the money, I can work with it. And you tell me, do you want to just get by, or do you want to max things out on like ultra 4K gaming? 4K gaming is kind of dumb, by the way, don't do it. Some people like to, but I think sticking to like 1440p would be fine. Also, aesthetics, it's all good. If you need to go, you need to go. But aesthetics, tell Future about this PC gaming, dude. Tell him which resolution he needs to play at. Because your boy here is still on 1080p, and I probably won't change away from 1080p as long as 4K streaming is a thing. Because 4K streamed into a 1080p monitor is very beautiful. Also, we are missing one red laser, and we have to go find it. I guess I could take the voltage out of this thing for whatever reason, but I'll plug it back up. Don't know why I would do that. A lot of dead people here. Also not sure what I'm using the laser for. We're not 8K gaming. 4K gaming is barely viable with people's stuff right now. In fact, people are trying to go to what, like 8K screens? And like that doesn't even make sense. Most people, a lot of people, phony, I like it. There's a lot of people in a lot of houses that have spent a lot of money on 4K televisions. And they do not watch 4K content. They are watching 1080p content on their 4K televisions. Whereas if they were watching 4K content on their 1080p televisions, they would actually be getting a benefit out of it. But because marketing is what it is, you're still going to sell people 8K TVs. And you're going to sell them curved display televisions that they're sitting 10 feet away from, even though that's way too far away to be getting the benefit out of... No, not 10 feet, like 20 feet-ish away. And that's way more than you need to sit to get the benefit out of a curved display at all. But that's, again, that's how a lot of businesses work. There's the actual tech behind an idea, and then there's the marketing that changes it quite a bit. Also, this is another blue laser. I thought I was going to get a red laser out of this one, but oh well. I mean, it was a decent idea, though, Hypnotic. Because remember at the time when the 360 was kind of supreme, the whole point of paying more was that we had better server maintenance. So when you compared like PlayStation server to Xbox server drops in latency, it was a lot less because they got the money to invest in it. But you're right, they did normalize that, and PlayStation followed suit, and now everyone on the console has to pay extra to play. And they shouldn't have to. They should not have to. There's no reason for it. Especially when so many games are subscription-based anyways. And there's so many maintenance costs that people are paying for DLC and everything already, right? Then again, perhaps because console gamers are paying for online play, maybe that's why we PC gamers don't have to. So keep paying those subscription fees, kids. Oh, right. The shield. I totally forgot the shield. Woo! It's a cool laser effect, though. But with the shield blocking the wall, we'll never get out of here. I never did find those scientists I needed to get out of here, though. Like, no scientists survived, nor was I able to get into the room with this giant spinning thing. And I need to test fire the laser again, but the laser's, like, recharging. Or else it's, like, not connected. Oh, you know what? I bet it won't fire unless the shield is up. And then I need to run out here and take it back down. Yeah. Like a safety measure. Okay, we're good to go. Servers these days are not better than they have been. Maybe, maybe not. It was my understanding though that if money was going into the system, that they had the ability to pay more on the servers and to make them better and to maintain them. That was the way I always understood it. Maybe I misunderstood. Also, I'm definitely not able to... I think this thing just has to recharge. I think I just take this out. And we don't fire the shield. That's what it is. Okay. It just needed time to recharge. It was not a safety feature. Future, you have to deal with hackers no matter what you're playing. On. Consoles you're playing on, that's what I'm saying. You just have fewer of them to deal with when you're on a console. And less creative hacks. But you always deal with hackers. If the people that are running the game are on top of it, they'll make it up to you. Foolish to think that's where the money is gone. I didn't know, man. I was like 13. Also, I don't know how this isn't burning me, but whatever. It is pretty cool, like all the molten metal it took apart. I'm glad my suit protected me from that, but it can't protect me from fire. I imagine the molten metal is like a lot worse. Oh hey, there's a burning body in there. I guess somebody here was trying to... Somebody here has been watching zombie movies, and they know what to do with dead people. You're entering towards the laser mine room, my favorite part of this game. Cool. Ah, this is where the machine is.
Scientist.
We did it. We found the
Thank
scientist.
God.
What if it was a guard that came in here and he was like, oh, it's just one of the guards. Go away. Tell me when a fellow scientist shows up.
Get us out of here before those military drones figure out where we're hiding. We all have retinal scanner access. If you escort us to the lobby, we can finally get out of this damn lab. Yes, but you'll have to shut down the surgical unit first. That fool Peters switched it on, but I'm afraid he never made it back.
They put the scripting on here in really good timing. Also, Iceman, I was about to log off, but since it's your favorite room, how far away are we from it? Can we reach it in this stream within the next 15-20 minutes, or should we just save it for next time? Also, as far as the surgical unit, did Peter switch it on as a security system? Because if he did, that was a great idea. But if he switched it on and he just wasn't able to get back out, then that kind of sucks. Also, the guard caught up, even though I told the guard to stay behind. I hope he doesn't run in here. Also, is that a Vortigaunt on the table? No, that's one of those big soldier dudes. Also, did they really need to make the surgical unit so huge and imposing? Like, my goodness. Also, can that thing kill me in one shot, or does it need to hit me multiple times? Got my answer. When is next time? It would be Wednesday evening, but I think we're gonna do the PC build Wednesday evening, so it'd be Saturday morning. If I stand here in the middle, I'll be okay though, right? Yeah. Yeah. Okay, now how do I get over there without getting killed? Alright, this thing has intervals. It goes that way, it's done. Then I can run over, hit the switch.
Nice.
Alright,
Doc.
we did it. Yeah.
Alright, folks, let's get the hell out of here.
That's right, guard bro. You are all gonna die. This will all be put on YouTube as well, Iceman, in a much higher quality than you can watch on Twitch. So, there'll be that. So if you miss it, you'll have a chance to come back to it. Alright, which one of you is gonna get retinal oh, wait. Where is the retinal scanner? There are a few retinal scanners, I guess.
Wait! What?
Oh, what's going on?
What is it?
Yeah,
Anyone
what?
else think this was a bit too easy?
Yeah, what?
Something's not right.
What's going on here?
Gordon, you don't mind taking a look, do you? We'll stay here for a moment.
Yeah, sure. What's gonna happen here? I don't remember this. This guy gonna get killed by the military. Like, immediately. Also, this part doesn't look like a retinal scanner. Oh, he wants me to take a look towards the retinal scan side while he looks on there from the security? No, he is opening it. That had nothing to do with the retina scan. Oh, yeah, this is where I left the guy in the front. There is a big fight that happens here. I knew it! I remembered it! And they got the good music! That's alright, I brought friends to the party. Oh. Woo, helicopter.
I got something for you.
I got something for you too. Security! I have 3 health? I knew that wasn't gonna work. I was thinking, man, there must be a security button, right? Alright, let's do that fight for realsies this time. Good night, guys, till you're tired. Get some sleep, aesthetics. You'll miss out on all this MLG pro gaming, but that's okay. Woo! Pretty sure those guys are hitting themselves with throwing grenades right now. Totally forgot I had this. Yeah, who else wants some? Oh! That was something grenade-y looking. Come on, duck out, bro. Go peek it, bro. Peek it. Oh, damn. I had MP5 grenades this entire time. Alright.
Did. Holy shit.
Hey, look what I
Can't
did.
believe what you did.
Yeah, dudes, I get your dick hard or what? Woo!
My god. It's hell out there.
Alright, let me get healed up before I, like, keel over and die.
You'll have to sneak and fight your way from one end to the other. I don't expect you
Wait
to
a
meet our
minute.
peers along the way.
If you somehow survive long enough to make it across the base, you'll find the labs where the rest of the science team has taken shelter.
I couldn't dare risk venturing out there, but I can inform those of us who remain in the Lambda complex that you are coming.
That battle was
Now,
truly
don't
a
go
Black
running
Mesa.
pell-mell into this bloody war
What?
zone. With
What
your
does that even mean,
arms
AJ?
against you. If you simply stay out of sight and listen to me, you may just live to see the Lambda labs.
I got you, I got you. I just feel kind of jaded that we went this far and I let them out and saved them just so that they could get me to the next area. I could have found a way to bust it through the door. I mean, I had a laser that makes Doom sound effects. I think I would have been okay. That being said, I think we're done for the night. I have one more thing to do. We already tested our new capture card. Works just fine. I didn't even have to do a driver for it. It just plain worked. I don't know how. So I have one more thing to do, and then we are done for the night. And I will see you guys on Wednesday night, so that we can do the other PC build. Or, I think we'll be able to finish the PC build, assuming that the graphics card comes in. If the GPU comes in before Wednesday night, we'll be good to go. So otherwise, you guys have a good time. Thanks for coming by. Take care of yourselves. Don't do anything dumb. Don't drink spoiled milk. change your socks every once in a while. It's okay to wear 2 pairs of socks on the same day. It'll, I mean, like, straight up, it'll improve your quality of life and help your feet out. Alright, I'll see you guys next time. Take care.